He's playing it up again for sure.
I yeah, you're
He
right.
does that shit every
He
year.
does. He does. He does it
The
worse
Aaron
than anybody.
Rodgers of goats.
Yeah, except he doesn't do it in a disrespectful way to where he's actually like
Right.
ruining other people's like outlook on
No, he'll
coaching.
just
It's
make
like,
a statement as he walks out of the playoffs. Be like, I
yeah.
don't know. And
Oh
then
no.
it's, that's all he says all off season. And then he,
The one thing that got me though is they were talking about like his love for the game and stuff. And last year when he had that question, he's like, I'm playing with my son. I have new life in the game and all this stuff, and I love it. Yada yada. This year he was just like, I don't know if I love it the same. And it's like,
yeah,
fuck, that could be very real, or that
yeah,
very
could be.
much could be exactly what you were saying. He's just saying that for a fucking. And honestly, bro,
Classic LeBron.
and honestly, I say that shit like, oh, he's just doing it for headlines, classic Bron. And I say that shit with a goofy smile on my face and the most love for that man because like old heads are like, oh, he's just doing it to get clicks and get attention. It's like
Yeah.
this dude's had the limelight on him since he was like 14 fucking years
Yeah,
old.
dude. He's
Give
been
him
he's
a
been a
break.
celebrity for longer than he hasn't been a celebrity.
Literally. He's been in the NBA longer than he ever wasn't. Like, and when he came into the NBA, he was massive. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he came in after high school. I mean, I'm assuming he was, because I wasn't super around. I know that,
yeah.
like, I had friends talking about him as if he was, like, a seasoned vet when I was, like, 11.
Yeah.
So, and I'm
he was
31
drafted in
now,
03.
So, yeah. I think they were talking about him, like, the year after, like, because I like have this vivid memory of asking what my buddy was talking about in a little league game. Like we were like literally on the sideline warming up, playing catch before a game in the little league. So I would have been like 11 years old or something. And he was talking about the calves, and I literally thought he was talking about like baby cows. Because I just straight up didn't know basketball teams. I had no idea. I was like, who the fuck are the Cavs? He's like, oh, the Cavaliers basketball. I was like, oh. I don't know.
Oh, fucking stupid.
LeBron? That's a horrible name. That'll never catch on.
Certainly there won't be a second one.
Meanwhile, I'm picking the number 12 for Alfonso Soriano.
Meanwhile, I'm nearing my 30s. You're in your 30s, and we're talking about this man. Is this the last game he's playing?
And like, I'm saying no.
Yeah, you're like, nah.
I'm saying time. Not even close, actually. He's going to go play for some other team. Should he go back to Cleveland? That'd be cool.
After I say this, we'll save it for the episode. But when the NBA Daily was talking about like, with these numbers and like the trajectory on his game, he really could play like 5-6 more seasons. I'm like, fuck.
No, I mean, yeah, like especially like if you settle down and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be a role player. What's stopping you then? Like, hell yeah.
Look what happened this fucking year. He decided to play third fiddle, and it revitalized the team. Like, so very clearly, if he's the third option, he can be a third option on a championship team. He could be a second option. And if we're totally,
I think he could compete as a second option. I don't think they're gonna make it if that's the case.
It depends on how good underneath is.
Yeah, and somebody a little bit. I think probably better defense, considering his defense is probably completely shot at 41, 42, whatever.
It's funny because not like when his offensive game took a step back, he played some of the best defense I've seen him play since his fucking early 30s.
What a prick.
You're a fucking dickhead.
I guess so, though, because like I mean, you're not using any energy on offense. You're just like being a cog.
Especially because like he's a ball handler, so like he's used to the play running through him all the time, and if he doesn't have the ball, he's absolutely trying to make something happen. I don't know. We're getting a little far into it, so I don't want to take out content from an already content-starved episode.
I'm probably already going to add this to it. I kind of already considered that. Like, cut it and put it at the end or something. I don't know.
I'm cool
or maybe
with that.
Even like before the intro.
Welcome back to the Chop Shop. This is Aaron, and I am joined with my co-host Damon, and we are back for a super, super exciting episode. Certainly much to cover from that second round of the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, we have many details to go over of all the games that have happened and are to come of the second round because there's so many left.
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting week. We've got some NFL stuff to cover, some stuff to cover, a lot of stuff going forward for basketball. I do still think overall, not to razz on the NBA, but do think overall it has been a fun postseason so far. What do you think?
I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Like I'm still fully getting into it, so we'll see. But man, this second round is like one of the weakest I've seen in I think since I started watching a handful of years ago. Maybe I'm just
I
misremembering some others or something, or I just wasn't paying enough attention to even have to, to have, as much of a perspective as I think I do. But I don't know.
uh
It was just pretty
I
uneventful.
think I think you're underestimating how boring the first round usually is. This
That's
is
probably
usually
true.
how I feel in the first round. Like genuinely no different. And the first round this year, I was actually even more excited than I was for a lot of second rounds. So
There were some good series in the first. That's probably more what it is that there was
yeah,
a lot of drama in the first round and like teams that were getting upset, people losing their or getting up sorry, teams getting upset, teams like blowing leads in the
yeah,
series and stuff. And so I guess it was just less chalky, which I guess is what made it more fun, but it also was kind of what set up for a worst playoff down the road.
yeah. The
But
thing I really hate about the first round though is it was set up as throughout the process, it felt like it wasn't chalk, but then it ended up like being chalk.
kind of.
Felt like the end result I mean,
No,
except for
Celtics, like I think that was a
oh, you know
huge
what?
swing.
I actually completely forgot about that one. I was about to say the Nuggets were the only one, but yeah, I
Also,
actually forgot about that one.
since it doesn't even matter, GG's, that playoff game is already over.
Yeah,
It's so over. I my top two were Celtics and Nuggets. Gone. Okay.
yeah.
It's over.
Well, and like
You did
it
great.
just goes to show how quickly like things can kind of just be erased. Here I was like trolling on the Celtics for forever and now it's slipped my mind they were even eliminated because the team that eliminated them got swept.
Just
So
got
it's
swept.
like
Yeah, and you're like, "Man, I really wish the Celtics would have figured shit out and not blown that series cuz I mean, this could have been a lot more interesting, but instead
and
they're just.
sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I do kind of get the frustration coming from Jalen Brown. I do wish, it's funny because here I am taking my, freedom to hop on a microphone and say my thoughts. But like, I think when you're so emotionally charged as an athlete, so soon after that elimination, like he was on Twitch, I think like 2 hours after the game was over. Like,
Right, like he hopped on that night, I'm pretty sure. I think that's why people were
it
talking
was,
about it.
bro. I was sitting at this spot and it was daylight out, and I saw the stream.
Oh my
It was not
god.
that night. It was right fucking after.
On
That's
his
just
phone on the way home.
it's crazy, man. Yeah, but I don't know. Got off trail there a little bit.
But
We wanted to hop into some football first. Before
either
we
way,
were,
it doesn't matter.
yeah, fair enough.
But
Yeah, I was actually, in preparation for this episode, was just taking a look into some free agents that are still out there in the football world. Um, I maybe I'm remembering this, uh, you know, incorrectly, but why did I feel like free agency signings were like a lot more imminent after the draft in past years? Am I remembering that incorrectly?
I don't know. I feel like there was an era. I think it's more the comp pick stuff now. I feel like I heard somebody say that comp picks don't count after the draft. I don't think that's true. I think it's June 1st. I think that's
Mm,
when we're gonna start getting the real free agents flooding in. But sometimes teams just don't want to risk it and they want to. They're just gonna grab their guy whenever they can. One of those
yeah.
teams being the Chargers got us a shiny new Charlie Kolar backup. David Njoku's gonna be a Charger. I love David Njoku, man.
We've always been I actually when this happened, I was so excited because
Me
you and I
too.
have always been David and Njoku fans for
Yeah, man.
whatever reason. Dude is totally mid, don't get me wrong, but like
Yeah, I mean,
he's wonderfully mid.
yeah, he's
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 the
got, he's
good
he's
kind.
gonna have a role there, and it's just good to have numbers there, especially when you have like Gadsden, who's like just gonna be like like a big slot guy or whatever, and then Kohler's gonna be just a blocker. I feel like Njoku can be a little bit more balanced. So I like him. I like that we brought him in. Obviously not going to be super excited. I will not be taking him in redraft fantasy leagues or anything like that, or dynasty leagues. But but yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and
Before June 1st, let's see if we fuck up our comp picks again.
I'm always a firm believer too in just like always getting those offensive guys just more weapons. I
Yeah.
mean, not that anybody's considering David Njoku to be like this super critical weapon or anything like that, but I mean, dude can catch a ball. I mean, I don't know. Are you in the same thinking there? A lot of people think that there can be some addition by subtraction with just having, less parts. What do you think?
Oh,
Like,
what do you say?
uh, just like adding, always adding like offensive threats to a roster. A lot of
Well,
people, sometimes people think there can be addition by subtraction.
I think like it's like not the best if you're getting in the way of somebody like who can be getting valuable time. Like Njoku's different than if you were to like, I don't know, trade for somebody who's gonna like play ahead of Gadsden. So it's like in this
Yeah.
case it's like okay, and you're adding like to the depth of it rather than like taking away growth opportunities. So I think that's fine. And I think that's more of what's important about it is
Yeah,
getting the right type of guys.
that specific phrase, the addition by subtraction, you're probably right. That's more reserved for that scenario. But yeah, I don't
And
know.
that'd be when you dump players instead. Building into Fannin would probably be addition by subtraction, right? Because they.
Yeah, I'm saying I was saying for like the inverse, like if somebody were to look at this negatively, what could be one way?
Oh,
That's what I
yeah.
was more getting at. But like,
No, we need bodies.
no, for sure.
We
That's
had Tucker Fisk taking flats out last year. That can't
yeah.
happen.
No, I just more meant
Addition
that for
by
like a. I meant that more of like just a side thing. I was saying,
sure,
but
sure, sure, sure.
yeah. No, I think it's a good move, and yeah, another one that didn't wait, Jennings over to the Vikings. Um, who's throwing the ball?
Kyler, baby.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
He's gonna hand it to somebody else to make sure he can get it over the middle.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I, for whatever reason, just consider like I thought he was going to be staying with the Niners. That was actually one of the many things I was incorrect about with the Niners, but yeah.
Who are some favorite free agents? I say I have a list of like people who are still out here.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I had those two on my list, and then
which two?
Stefan or
Oh,
Njoku and Juwan Jennings.
I thought I meant like like people who are still free agents.
Yeah, I know. I had those two on my list,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then also I have like Stefan Diggs, Jadeveon Clowney.
Man, where could Diggs go, huh? Just go back to New England.
Joey Bosa.
I like Bosa. I mean, not to make it Chargers. I kind of hope he goes back to the Chargers. That'd be cool. But
Yeah.
I don't think he will. I'm sure he'll. He could probably go anywhere. Anybody could use an edge, and he's not supposed to. Like this. This would be another example of somebody where like you can sign Joey Bosa and not get in the way of somebody's development because like he's just going to be a rotational guy. Like he was with his last little bit with the Chargers, and he was with the Bills as well. So like,
Yeah.
so add him anywhere. Bear potentially.
Yeah, I can't say it's something I haven't thought about. I I I hate that. Maybe I don't hate that I'm this way. I don't know. I've kind of just, I don't know if complacent's the right word, but I'm just like set with this being the roster.
I'm
I mean,
cool.
yeah,
Let the weaknesses lie.
for sure. Like I definitely think that there were some things that could have been addressed, but I can see why they weren't addressed. Like if you didn't like a certain archetype in this draft, then yeah, I don't
I
know.
could see why you wouldn't address him if you didn't like the edges in the draft, but that's even more of a reason to go get a free agent. They can't
Yeah,
just have nobody.
I think they're really banking on Austin Booker to make a leap this year. I think they're also banking on that bringing something out of Sweat. I think they've seen the floor of Grady Jarrett. And I also think that they've taken a hard look of everything and said, "Hey, we already have so much of our payroll dedicated to this area, we just can't afford to put any more there. I mean,
I don't think for a
Odengbo,
year that really matters. Like, if they don't want to make a big commitment, I can see that. But for a year, it's like, what does that hurt? You know?
the problem is this was the like last year. I think this is the year that we're paying extra to Dio and Grady
Mhm.
Jarrett. I think those were backloaded contracts. I'm almost positive. Um, uh, um, I'll just go based on that being the case, and then I will fact check.
Plus,
But
like not. I mean, there's not infinite cap space and whatever. So I'm not
yeah,
saying go get Joey Bosa. I just said if that's your reason, then I wouldn't like be on board with that really.
no, for sure. I do think even if there's just the problem is like they bought low with a guy like Odangbo, like they and then they paid him for upside when it's something that you don't know, you don't even know if it's there, and then you have a nightmare happen in the first year of the contract with an injury. Obviously, that's not his
Mhm.
fault, but his play really wasn't up to where it needed to be prior to that happening. So I don't know. It's just all in all, just looking bad initially. Um, and I think I don't know if it's they're scared to make an incorrect decision so that like so badly again, or that they think that decision's so bad that they don't have enough money to throw
Yeah.
at it anymore.
Or they
You know?
might just be doing it later.
Yeah.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
times people just add them like once training camp really settles in. A lot of these veterans just don't want to be doing that shit. They're over it.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Same.
don't know.
Same Z's. There's also Jadeveon Clowney, like you brought up, and like I don't know how much I'm gonna love him as like a pass rusher at this point, but for a team that needs to stop the run, that'd be good. I think he was a
Yeah.
little bit better at the pass rush last year. He was kind of trying to not figuring it out. I think he just had an up year.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I don't think that in Dennis Allen's defense, he's necessarily worried about edges being the only part of the pass rush.
Sure.
I think he expects that a lot of the tackles as well, and that's why he likes fast tackles, which is I don't know. The Grady Jarrett signing to me is still so weird for many, many reasons. I do think it's good that I think he's gonna have a big leadership position this year on the team, but
That'll
yeah, I don't know.
do not know.
I would like to see Joey Bosa.
Same. I mean, it's. I wonder if it's just gonna be like one more year and then over because
Yeah.
it's tough to keep a guy around like that that's just getting like limited snaps,
Yep.
especially when you're trying to build around guys that you want to get like a ton of snaps. He'd be cool like to go to like to the Texans or something too. That'd be cool because they
Mhm.
always rotate their guys. But I guess maybe not because they probably want more of a run stopper with the Texans. So it probably wouldn't work as well as you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we also have I guess I can
free
just admit,
free agent Aaron Rodgers. Where's he gonna
yeah.
go? Yeah, I wonder.
I was just gonna mention him by name, Russell Wilson, I guess too.
Hmm.
Well, we did kind of touch on
Russell.
that already. I haven't heard anything else with
Oh,
that
did he
whole.
actually go to the Jets?
I don't know. I haven't heard it. Let me actually get an update on that.
I
I
say I'll
wonder if
Google it.
anything really happened.
Skip Bayless calls out Russell
Yeah,
Wilson after Jets report.
that's all I got too. So
What?
basically,
I don't
you
trust anything he says anyway.
yeah. I mean,
You
if
see,
you
he was
want,
on First Take again.
yeah.
That was funny. He's not. That's not
Uh,
permanent, right?
no, that was just a one time
Okay,
thing.
cool.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's not really even noteworthy enough. I think Russ is just
Yeah,
it's
I don't
over.
care about that. It's
It's
super
just so
over.
over.
Doesn't
Yeah.
really have any veteran leadership to add either. I don't see a good reason to add him unless you're just filling out a room and then you're probably going to cut him anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of touched on that when we did bring up the Jets thing, where it's like some guys aren't the vet mentors; they're just
Mhm.
vets that can't really supply any of that. So, yeah, I think that's him. I honestly, I now look at Aaron Rodgers that way.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was going to be the other way with him, and maybe you can look at it that way with Jordan Love, but everything else since then screams the opposite. So,
No, I just
I
all he does is create problems. It seems like
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't know.
and I'm not going to give him any more
And the
energy.
limit, it's the offense. I just don't.
Yeah, exactly. One more possible free agent that could be free agent at some point. I haven't heard anything, any sort of update on Brandon Ayuk. I don't know what's going on there.
Possible free agent. Yeah, dude. That dude's gonna like pick up model airplanes or something. I don't think
I
he wants to be out
saw,
there.
I did a little bit of research, very light research into this, a day or so ago, just in prep. And I'm seeing people saying that he might play for them
There's no way.
after they shedded all of his guarantees. There's no way
Yeah, what if he
that's
just shows up
happening.
to training camp like, "What's up, guys? I
There's
got a new
no way.
phone. Sorry, I
Well,
did."
his guarantees are gone. He can still get that money by earning it. It's like,
Okay.
all right. I think it it's everything that goes along with shedding the guarantees, dude. Like,
Yeah, honestly,
there's a
I
lot
heard
that's
that.
being said there.
I heard that Washington's going to be pretty interested in it. They were interested in him pretty heavy last year before all the stuff happened or whatever. And yeah, so I mean, that'd be an interesting get. I think. I mean, obviously, if he even plays or is good, like who even knows what's going on with him at this point?
Has he even been training? Like, he wasn't
Dude, who
with the
knows?
team, dude. And like, I don't even care if you show me XYZ clip of him training. That could be the
Doing the
only time
Jerry
he's,
Judy routes.
or that could have been the only time he's trained since, he's played. So I don't care. Like, I don't know. That's crazy. Did he play with Jaden? There's some connection there,
I think
right?
yes.
There's some,
It's
I don't
so
even
weird.
know.
I heard
College ball knowers, I'm sorry if I'm missing a super obvious parallel.
I heard a story the other day of Jaden Daniels beating Justin Herbert in like a bowl game or something. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think somebody was bringing that up like during his rookie year. Where it's like,
Whatever.
yeah, a rookie that's doing well. Yeah, is how old he is. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Be crazy to see
I'd
what
be into
happens
that
with.
depending on the price. At this point, it'd have to be like a late round pick swap, right? Like,
Oh,
yeah, it's a salary. I guess if he has the guaranteed voided, I guess the money isn't even really a factor. You can just move off of it whenever.
yeah.
Not making Alec Pierce money, I bet.
Who knows?
I don't.
Yeah, Alec Pierce money. That's money, dude.
Yeah, it's good money.
It's good money.
Man, I hear a lot of people saying that the Chargers were in on Alec Pierce, but like the way that Daniel Popper talks about it, he keeps saying that like he really doesn't think that's the case and that it's just like an exaggerated report. I don't know. It doesn't matter now, obviously,
Eh,
but
yeah,
but
yeah. The only other thing I really wanted to touch on was the schedule stuff that we've had so far.
oh yeah, they announced the international games, and
Yep.
I think they technically announced what the week 1 game's gonna be, right?
Yeah, I'll get into just the confirmed ones, and I'll go pretty quickly. I think there's like 9 international games this year.
My goodness gracious.
Week 1 is Niners versus Rams, Melbourne, Australia. Week 3, Ravens versus Cowboys in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Week 4 is Colts versus Commanders in London. Week 5 is Eagles versus Jags in London. Week
God.
6 is Texans versus Jags in London. Week 7, Steelers versus Saints in Paris, France. Week 9, Bengals, Falcons, Spain, Madrid, Spain. Week 10, Patriots versus Lions in Munich, Germany. And then week 11, Vikings and Niners in Mexico City. It's a lot of
Cool.
games.
Yeah, there's a lot of games. Probably too many if you ask me, but
Well,
I'm a big hater for these international games. I'm not a fan. I don't know. I just don't like them.
I don't like how much externals you have to factor into them.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically I know Jags fans actually like own it and they like the whole international thing, but like, dude, that's like 3-4 weeks out of the season that if your team sucks, you kind of just have to deal with it.
Yeah, they're losing legitimate home games too. Like to do this, like we're the Jags of UK or whatever. Like I don't know.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, both of those London, England games are technically Jags home games.
They like want it to be. They're really trying to like like if they go international, like that move's gonna happen 100%. I'm willing to bet they'll end up
Yeah,
sending them
I
to
think they would
London
be the first one to go.
and
That's
and then they
just
would
so
just have
crazy.
expansion teams or whatever. I'd bet after that, but they can
I
go
th-
run that division.
they simply need to have separate like developmental leagues in
Yeah,
some of these
I'd love
countries
that.
and get rid of this shit. I
That'd
think.
be awesome.
I'm sorry if I'm a fun
Do a
killer.
do the developmental league instead of college.
Or with college, do
Yeah,
it the
I
way the
mean,
NBA does it, where
yeah,
like you have a choice when you're 18, you can go play professionally overseas for a year, or in
or
football
get a
terms, it
degree.
would probably be 3,
It'd
or you
probably
can
be
go get
3.
a degree. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I do.
it,
I've
it
got like, and to ignore that people are like, obviously people are going to college to learn to be a professional athlete. That's what they want. Like they don't want to have to take classes on top of it, but they have to because that's the process to do it. But if they could just not, then they're going to. They'd rather probably just do it as a job for a few years until they get into the league, like you said.
well, and if you are an international fan that's like into the NFL, number one, like I'm sorry if this would bum you out, but also on the flip side, I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. I think I would be more excited for something like this because I could like regularly get behind and root for a team that's near me
Mm-hmm.
and plays here always, rather than. I mean, it's not like the Jags are the only team that regularly goes to one area. Normally, these are just random teams in a random location, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. That's
So
the only one I heard. I don't know if there's been any trends recently, but it's always the Jags go to London and they'll do back-to-back games nowadays.
I mean, or even if you did want to keep it to, I mean, obviously they would do this. The Bears practice squad would be a team in London, or or like
Oh,
I
like
don't understand.
minor leagues.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that?
That'd be
And then
kind of
that
cool.
way, like it's kind of the best of both worlds, where it's like if you are the international fan, you get more games around you, and also like you can support that team. I don't know. It's just. I feel bad personally. I feel like we're trying to force this onto an international audience that I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
they enjoy it. I'll be honest. Like they're. I don't actually know. I don't know enough international people to have a take on this, but like I would have to imagine, like they sell pretty well, right?
Yeah, but how much of that is just like a Commanders fan that's a mega fan traveling to London, England, and
That'd be
making a vacation
insane.
out of it? I feel like that's probably a lot of them. I don't
Yeah. Yeah,
like.
maybe. I could see it, especially when the games are announced so early. You could just be like, "We're gonna take our vacation in November or whatever."
I mean,
I could see that.
I speaking from personal experience, like my brother currently lives in Germany, and like, yeah, he knew a lot of people that attended the game and stuff like that. But he, also where he works, he's around a lot of Americans. So I, I can't even take that as
Oh no.
that's hardly even anecdotal evidence,
Yeah,
that
right.
they enjoy it over there. So I don't know, but
Who's to
poo
say?
poo, the chop shop sucks. We hate international games.
I do.
I will say.
Stick to soccer. I'm just kidding.
I
But
will say
what's up?
there ain't nothing like waking up on Sunday and having that primer game for
No.
me personally. I like it. Turn it on,
You know what? I guess a
turn it
primer game is decent.
turn it on with like
They need to
3
make
minutes
it.
left in the second quarter. You got breakfast cooking.
They should just make an NFL anti-tanking rule, and whatever are the 2 worst teams in the NFL have to play. Like whoever has the worst record by like the date it hits that game, they have to play international. And
And
then
both
we get to
teams that are
warm up with a shitty game that doesn't matter. That way I can tune in like the third quarter and then start watching football starting at like 1.
both teams that are playing too, it counts as a home game for both of
Yeah.
them.
Yes, they're both home. God, perfect.
Yeah, I love it.
How
Yeah,
Adam Silver would run international games.
right. I do think that's the flip side positive for me is just like, you know, you get that early game. And I do like that there were just some batshit crazy things that happened in a couple of them this last year
Mm,
that it did open up the floodgates for some conversation with the fellas early on in the day.
that's
We're
true.
talking we're talking
That's
group chat
true.
at 10:30 a.m. Football's playing. Beer won't be
My issue with early morning group chat is oh man, it's not even early morning group chat. It's early morning football game with the warm up. You're watching football for like fucking 12 to 14 hours. It's like,
sounds
wait,
great.
no, that's too much, man. Like the 1 to like 10:30, that's kind of a lot, and I love it because I love football. But dude, when you turn it on from like 9 a.m. and watch like 4 straight games worth, it's too much.
The best the best days for me personally are the ones where I'm barely watching the early game, but like in the fourth quarter, something crazy happens.
Yeah, that's
And
ideal.
then the noon to 1 at 1 p.m. Game start. And then like I'm intently watching them. And then the midday slot kind of sucks. So I'm half watching, but
Oh,
then they
you're
end up
a
being
you're a
cool.
you're a 1 o'clock team though. Us Chargers fans, we get the energy
Oh,
at 4:30,
yeah. See
and
that's the difference.
that is the difference. I kind of feel for you though. I mean, like that's where all the games are is at 1 o'clock. Like I like the fact that the Chargers play at 4:30. It like kind of adds extra stress because like it builds it up through the day.
Yeah.
It's like when you're being like one of the last people to do it, like a project in like high school or something.
Yeah.
And it just like builds up the whole time. But no, it's nice that I get to like tune into all the games at one and not have to stress my team too much yet.
That's fair. Um, you see why you see my pain with 1 p.m., but I see now why you don't like international games.
Oh, because I have to watch 2 games, then the Chargers
Well,
game.
because if you watch the morning game at all, you're gonna be locked in at 1. There's a million games on, and then you
Yeah.
have to be locked in for your game. So now
Hmm.
there's three slates in a row you had to be locked in for. So yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
and if the Chargers lose, there's no chance I'm watching that primetime game.
Hell no.
I'm
You ain't even
I'm
watching Monday night
oh
either.
seriously, I'm not. It's gonna be a nightmare when we switch to Monday. I was just thinking. I think about that a little more every day when we switch to Mondays. How much I'm gonna hate this show. Even when the
No,
Chargers win, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, let's not react too heavily." It was Carson Wentz against the Vikings.
I was just
We're on the
about to
Vikings.
kind of break the fourth wall a little bit and be like, yeah, you tell the audience, this man, we do not chat football.
No,
Like Sunday
I won't.
midday until Wednesday.
If the Chargers lose, yeah,
Yeah.
I won't talk to anybody. It's bad. It's like I'm not like raging or anything, but it's just like I'm
No.
just so sad about it that I don't want to talk to anyone, and it's because like everyone I talk to is gonna be like, "Yeah, sorry, the Chargers lost." It's like, shut the fuck up! Like I don't want to. I clearly don't want to talk about.
That's why like if
Bro,
I want
or you
to
get that message after these playoff games, like, bro, that offensive line sucks, bro. I know. I watch it every week.
You literally go on record on a fucking show every week to talk about it.
To
So
talk
it's
about
like,
how bad
I
it is.
fucking know.
I think I was listening to the last like Stay Hot episode and they were talking about how bad Trevor Penning is. And I guess every time he like takes a snap or like takes a snap on the field, they like lose a quarter of a point. Like as far as EPA is concerned. It's outrageous stuff how bad he was. And then they signed him back cuz sure. But anyway, we're going way off track talking about me crashing out over the Chargers, but
It's fun though.
Monday's going to suck. Yeah.
Yeah. Wanted to ready to slide over to the
Slide on
old
over.
So the old NBA.
Let's do that. Do we we don't have anything. Yeah, we don't have anything else. We're good. Wait, did you want to talk about the opening game?
Oh
The
yeah,
Seahawks Patriots.
I forgot what we were even talking about. We were talking about how much we hate international games.
Yeah. Also, that's why I hate international games, because the Chargers are a Pacific team and they are not ready at 6 a.m. to play football.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, I remember going on this show and picking the Jaguars to beat the Rams for the same reason. And then the Rams gave me one of my favorite versions of an international game, a complete fantasy shellacking, where you get a bunch of fantasy points, but you don't have to watch it. Except for in my case, I was begging for Brian Thomas to catch a fucking ball. But
oh, dude.
Anyway, hate international games. Bring a team to Toronto, though. That'd be cool.
Yeah. That's hardly even international.
I agree.
Canadians are fucking screaming.
Canadians are raging right now. I mean, by that logic, y'all won in the Olympics this past year, so I wouldn't be too upset.
The opener this year is once again a fucking Super Bowl rematch. We touched on this off record. Cool.
It wasn't a close game, so I don't like this at all.
No.
I mean, but based on the options I heard, like I guess Chargers and Bears would have been one of them. I mean, two way more entertaining teams, honestly. But no, it's fine. Whatever.
Well, I think it's Seahawks versus Chargers and Seahawks versus Bears.
No, I know. I was just saying that we're better.
Yeah, got it.
Obviously, we're not, because the reminder on my phone. This is horrible podcasting. I have a widget on my phone that shows like the current game for the Chargers, and when they lose their playoff game, it stays there all off season.
Bro, how do you have that?
I don't know, man.
That would be so fucking painful.
I had that, and then it was the Texans one too. I didn't have the widget on for dude. If I had the widget on for the Jaguars one, no, I wouldn't. I would not have had it the past 2 years.
Yeah, that was. But I don't think I talked football with you for like 3 weeks after that game.
I didn't talk football with anybody for 3 weeks. I was not watching that year. It's funny too, because like the next week I had to root for the Jags because they were playing the Chiefs.
Yep.
And then
they lost.
Yeah.
So you lost twice.
Great. It's 2 losses and then like a truly inner L of having to root for the team that did that to me.
Dude, rooting for the team that embarrassed you and then them losing is pretty fucking low.
Pretty horrifying. Pretty sure the Chiefs won it all that year too. So
they did. Wait, yeah,
I'm
they
pretty
did.
Sure.
I'm almost positive. Yeah.
No, wait, no, that was the Bengals year. No,
was it?
Wait, hold on.
No, that wasn't the Bengals year. If anything, that would have been the Eagles Super Bowl year.
I think that it was. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. The one where they won, I mean. If it weren't the one where they won.
No, it wouldn't be that one. Wait, where the Chiefs won?
I don't even know, to be
It'd
honest
be the one
with
where
you.
the Chiefs beat the Eagles, if anything.
Got it.
But let me go through the pain. Chargers, Jaguars. Thing. Hold on.
Someone's also screaming at us for this, too.
All
I
the
get
Chargers
confused.
fans that listen to us. 2023.
2023. Look at me.
That was the Chiefs Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Killed me.
That's disgusting.
Worst season of all time.
Yeah,
and
that was a bad one.
Kept Staley for a year after that.
Yeah.
We can slide to basketball now.
Well, I was just going to make my last comment of I know it's not Chargers versus Bears this year because I think that'll be next
Super Bowl
year, right?
preview. Yeah. Because we'll play Chargers Bears. Don't you?
Our friends fucking hate us for making that joke every goddamn year.
It's always funny. Sorry.
Bargers
It's not
Bowl.
even funny. It's more just like it's just like the camaraderie of coping with your buddies. Yeah, bro, my team's gonna play your team, and we're not gonna be mad about it at all.
The Bargers Bowl.
Like literally, that would be my hell if my team was playing one of my friends' team in the Super Bowl. I would not enjoy that whatsoever.
I would hate this episode or this show.
I probably would dissolve the show.
Yeah.
It would be a finale.
We come up with 2 episodes that week, the Aaron episode and the Damon episode.
Yeah, we're going to record them separately. And
oh, shit. That's funny.
it'd be funny to like do 2 full recordings on our own, but like they're obviously entirely different tones after, and just like cross them with each other of like I'm just sitting here like putting a hole in the wall, and then it cuts to you like with literal confetti falling down from your apartment.
Man, I love this show.
Oh,
Oh
good.
boy. Actually, no, last thing we will say is we are going to start including a pretty big or a pretty good amount of fantasy content on the
What?
show. We're we're the Dynasty Boys now.
Officially. I'd never done one before, but we're going to be running one now, and I'm very, 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 very excited. It's going to have all the same people we already have. We're going to try to incorporate it to the show somehow. I don't entirely know how yet, but
We'll talk about it on the show.
yeah.
Things like that. It's not, is it a basic scoring system, or it's
No.
kind of tailored? Yeah, it's tailored.
It's
Right?
going to be a
Okay.
pretty progressive scoring system, but it'll all be for the better. It's just the intricacies in the scoring are supposed to like make all the players like valuable in their own ways to make you want to trade for them. It's supposed to encourage trading. So
Gotcha.
it'll be a little janky, but it'll all work out.
We will we'll get more into that as that progresses, but yeah, I think that's going to be a big part of the content going forward. We're doing a lot of things behind the scenes with the show and everything right now. Going to be taking a turn at some point, and we're very excited to keep doing this. And keep doing this in this episode even because we have some basketball.
Yeah, on to the NBA. Which was your favorite sweep in round 2?
Oh my god.
Obviously the Thunder sweep, but you can answer that your way if you feel like it.
Dude, actually, they're both nasty.
The the Dylan Brooks thing was so funny. Like people were talking about it like he was like being like some hard ass villain or whatever. I don't see it that way. I think it's just hilarious to be like to literally hate a guy that much. That's so funny. It's
That's all it is. I don't think
yeah.
he was even trying to get like the the media
the clip
moment or
off of
anything.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even think it was. It didn't even seem like that because he wasn't doing anything.
No, he was just like smiling and laughing or whatever. Is
Yep.
it
So,
fun
yeah,
series? I like watching none of it.
yeah, I did.
The third game, I think I like tuned in like because they were playing on the same day as band practice. So then when I was driving home, I looked up and I saw that score. I was like, oh, okay. Went home, checked the score again, and I was like, all right, I can just go to bed. And then we won. It was 3-0, and I was like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it was I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that we're not gonna be ready for this next series.
It's I can understand being, I mean,
if we're not ready and we come out and lose a home game, that's really bad. Like I know that the Wolves just like took a home game too, and then like it felt really bad when that happened, and then now it just doesn't seem like it's anything. But like, I think it would be different with the Thunder.
I'm not full, and we'll get into that in a second. I'm not fully convinced that season's over.
That series is over. Ooh,
I'm not.
Ooh.
I mean,
Hopium. I'll take it.
It's not even necessarily that because I don't. I'll get into that in a second. With the Thunder situation, that I can understand having that fear because I mean, yeah, it's just valid.
They're gonna be cold. Like it's I think
For
their
me-
players are hot right now though, but I just wonder. I don't know. Go ahead.
I think for me, I think that would be if you're viewing this as a Lakers didn't rise to the occasion sort of scenario. I actually do think this comes from a place of the Thunder are that good.
Okay.
AJ Mitchell is playing like an all-star.
Yeah, he's something.
And I mean, if you talk about their payroll, he's not even a guy hardly worth mentioning. He's not towards the
second
top.
rounder, right?
Yeah, not 100% certain on that. All I know is he's just obviously not a major piece of the team. He's not a major
It
piece.
looks like he might be moving
Well,
forward,
he
man.
he will he will be, but like he does.
But like we still got J Dub coming back.
There's
Like,
so much to this team already.
yeah.
Like there's so many people. I don't know. It's crazy. It
And
pisses me off even.
man, I wanted a shooter too, and Jared McCain was on fire shooting during the Lakers series too. I hope he's the guy that he can start sinking him when we need him against the Spurs. Because I am still worried about that.
Yeah. No, I definitely think it's a valid fear. I think for me personally, just coming from, I think it's a Thunder that good sort of thing. Because I mean, I think you could have had even a similar fear after the first round, and then look at how they came into the second round.
And
So
they just swept. Yeah. I was a little worried with the Lakers. Just like it felt like a plot armor thing. I was concerned.
no, I mean, and this is from a innocent bystander, if you will. I don't really have a whole lot of concerns. I think we're seeing in the other Western Conference series kind of exactly why I don't think you need to be worried too much, because we are seeing that the San Antonio Spurs can be a flawed team.
You think so? I wonder. I worry like if they've only really been losing over some like random happenings.
Yeah, but I think a lot of those random happenings, I don't even know if they're necessarily random happenings. I don't know. This is also you have to compare the Timberwolves and the Thunder. The Timberwolves being it's like a Timberwolves walked so Thunder could run sort of situation where like you're getting to see some of the flaws in this series, and then you play somebody like the Thunder and they're just going to completely expose anything you can. I think like Julius Randle, I think is kind of a sore spot for them right now offensively. He hasn't been scoring the ball. I mean, I view him similarly to James Harden because I think Julius Randle's always been a playoff dropper. I think even a few years ago, like he was, I don't even remember the metric, but he was like statistically the biggest playoff dropper in NBA history or some shit. Um, and but
I
he's
heard he's
playing
got like
physically with Wemby.
oh, I see. I heard that the dudes on the Athletics saying they wonder if they're gonna lean into it that way. I worry that I feel like they found something on like game one where they were like really trying to like drive at him, and they might have like stepped away from that a little bit. And I just wonder if they're gonna be able to try to incorporate that for these next couple of games. Is that other game tonight?
No, that's on
Oh my
Friday.
god!
Yeah, Friday. They're like
That's a
spacing
long
it
time
out.
now. Oh wait, no, that was that last night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
I'm worried
But
about that. I do like I think they are gettable like once the first team comes off the court, but I just don't know.
yeah, and I listened to the NBA Daily as well. And they touched on this a little bit as well. Um, he had 12 blocks in one game. And I think that has a lot to do with why they did get away from that. I think
Right.
they
That was the one they
forget that
won though.
that's what I'm saying. I think they
Oh,
forgot they
sorry.
fucking won that game or
Yeah.
something.
Like, yeah, dude,
Whereas
like
like
it
that
just
would be
didn't matter.
so deflating as a team. I could understand. Like this guy's just whopping your fucking shots back at you. But
Mhm.
you won the game. Like,
And
I don't
especially
know.
when you try it again and it doesn't work, and like you really have to like trust the numbers of it all and be like, oh, it's okay. This is just the variance. It'll bounce back and it'll work next time. But like, if you get too worried about that, once you get shut down trying it again, then you just fall away and keep trying to shoot. And
Yeah, and like I don't know. It's just seeming like everything I thought this Timberwolves kind of had, they kind of don't. Like I
yeah,
thought this was like a playoff rising team where like They rise
usually
to the
are.
occasion. Yeah, but it just seems like it's almost been the opposite this year. I feel like Ant is like scared.
I
I
think he's
think it does.
battling through injuries still.
Yeah,
He had the one, and people didn't
that's
even know
right.
that he was going to
Yeah,
come back for that game.
yeah, that's
And
true. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on.
I think he's scared of aliens, Eric,
Yeah, I do.
of the extraterrestrial. I could see that. I mean, I would be.
I'd be fucking terrified.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
So you think this one's not over though? Do you think they go back
if
to
they
that?
could, I think if Julius Randle can like keep doing what he's doing with Wemby on defense, fighting for rebounds, even like I saw him just like fighting to get in a better positioning with him constantly and tiring him out and like they already don't play Wemby to a certain extent because he gets gassed. And if you
Mhm.
can just contribute to that in any way, you're providing something. And I think that's the problem that I've had with Julius Randle in the playoffs in the past is when his shot's not falling, he doesn't defer to other shit like that. Like you need to. You got to find another way to contribute and like get involved and find a way to make some sort of impact. And he's doing that. But shooting 6 for 17 is not helping.
That's not
If he
gonna
could
do it.
find any sort of shooting touch to couple with that, I mean, and I know, like, I'm
Go
saying,
Good.
I'm giving an obvious take.
Sure.
Oh, if he just shoots the ball better, but it's like
Just make
I'm
shots. Easy.
yeah, I'm just wanting to highlight that he is doing a good job.
Mm.
It's just need something on offense.
Yeah, shooting isn't everything, but you know.
Especially when you're the one taking the most shots. Now that is
Yep.
the one that the last thing I'll say here is, you know, if you have an off shooting night, you have an off shooting night. That's fine. There are plenty of people that either tied the amount of field goals you made or had more than you, and you took the most shots. Figure it out. Either you need to be making more or you need to be letting somebody else take more. Again,
Oh,
obvious
shit.
take, but whatever.
Dolphins and Devon Achane agree to a 4-year, $68 million extension.
Wow. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Get your
I
bag,
mean-
buddy. Him and Malik are gonna cook. Anyway,
I actually do like that. My
Hey, man.
only reaction really is they need to pay somebody. So
this feels the exact same as the Jets extending Brees Hall, which I don't think we actually got into either. But
oh
they
yeah,
did
that's
that.
what I said to you.
Yeah, I feel the exact same about both of those moves.
No, I do. Yeah.
You have money, you have no talent, keep your talent. Also, like, is that Jets offense like? I mean, we're gonna be on NBA, but is that Jets offense like low key gonna be saucing, dude?
I
Like, the line is like figured out, and nobody really realizes that, and they just added so many pieces, like so many weapons.
I would have high hopes for it if I could ever get my hopes high for the Jets.
Honestly,
But I can't. So otherwise, I'll
Good
just
point.
say on paper that looks like it could be a lot of fun.
Good answer. Very neutral.
That's what I do, baby.
Bro is terrified of a bad take. Anyway,
Hey man,
the Dolphins one will be the best running back contract of all time, and Devon Achane will have 3 All-Pros guaranteed. Stamp it now.
all right. I'll have a hot take. I'll have a hot take for the likes. 1,200 yards and at least 13 touchdowns.
For Brees Hall. You don't have to do a hot take. I'm definitely just
I know,
fucking with you.
And I'm fucking with those numbers.
We'll make a graphic and post our AFC East running back hot takes.
Oh boy.
One's like a good season, the other one's like a future Hall of Famer based off this contract extension.
Guys that sign this exact extension have a hit rate.
Yeah, I have 100% hit rate starting now. Historical
It's
outlier.
starting now. Hit
Yeah.
is based on projected stats. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. He's making X amount of dollars per EPA added or whatever. He good.
Oh,
He
boy.
ball. That man nice.
That man is balling.
Based on our that man nice metric,
I
Devon
can't wait
Achane
to
is
bring that back.
due for 3 All-Pros. Me too.
That
Me
man
too.
nice.
Anyway,
Yeah.
you
I did
still think the
see.
Spurs are taking it or no?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Me too. I'm pretty confident they will.
And my take here is actually normally people would be barring any sort of miracle. I'm gonna go.
Sure.
It would be. I actually don't think it would be that significant of a meltdown
No.
for San Antonio to lose this. So that's
they
my
got
hot
tons
take.
of time. Their window is like the next 15 years. Like it's really fine.
Yeah, no, I meant just for this series specifically.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's
yeah.
only a 3-2, right? Well, was it a 3-1 at one point?
Actually,
No,
no,
two.
because they just won. Yeah, they just won game 5 last night. Yeah, no,
Okay.
it was 2-2 last night.
Yeah, no, I mean that's really not even I don't think you could even call it a meltdown.
No.
If that happens, is that the easiest path to a finals of all time?
Oh, Thunder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. The Celtics had a pretty.
Did they? What was the Celtics?
A lot of injuries a few years ago.
Oh, that was part of the. Wait, no, and it doesn't matter. We'd have to go through a lot of.
Yeah, and it's a lame narrative anyway. They won a championship, so I don't mean.
It's fun to talk about.
No,
it's
for sure.
Not fun to discredit based on it.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
And it's also like no disrespect to the Timberwolves, but like if they were to get there and then they let's say they win that series in 5 or even 6, and then they're like, oh, it took them 6 games to beat a 6 seed or whatever they were, and anyway,
yeah, crazy stuff.
But
fans be saying dumb stuff.
Sure do. Sixers got swept. And then their GM got fired and got swept out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this surprising? I mean, we have a Jared McCain on our team that says it's not that shocking.
Yeah, so there's a few bright spots here. There's a few blemishes with Daryl Morey. He's a polarizing guy, and
it was the GM, right? It wasn't like the coach.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, they notably are keeping Nick Nurse head coach, which I think is a good idea. I think.
I'm usually pro keeping the coach around. I think NBA teams kind of pull that a little quick.
Yeah, and I think they're not giving him blame on a couple of these things, and I think they really are applying it to Daryl mostly, which I think is kind of valid. I won't be centrist on this one because he's a polarizing guy, Daryl Morey. I am a moderately pro Daryl Morey guy. I think he knows what he. I really think the Embiid thing hurts this franchise. I think I really think the inconsistency, and that's not a knock on Joel Embiid. I just
not anymore.
Yeah, it's you can't have the defining piece of your franchise be somebody that you can't count on 99% of the time.
It really makes you not take him seriously at all. Like, I don't even the Clippers have been trying to do it for how long, and I don't even take them seriously as a playoff team when they get there. Because it's like, I love y'all and Kawhi's dope, but I just know what's gonna happen.
Well, and you see exactly what happened with the Sixers. It's like he was healthy after the appendectomy stuff, and they were a solid team, and they took down Boston. and then he misses some games to start out the second series, and you get off on the wrong foot, and it just all goes downhill from there.
It's just over.
It's it sucks, man. It really sucks. The reason I mean, Tyrese Maxey makes him look like a genius.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, that's
Where'd he
so.
go?
Well, he drafted him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like, was it like
He
late
just
first or something?
I don't remember Tyrese
Don't
Maxey
remember.
all that much being talked about before he was hitting the NBA. I had heard the name. Maybe that's exposing me as a casual. I don't watch college ball that much. But he just was just making waves pretty early in his career, and I mean, I remember the big knock on him was, oh, as soon as coaches figure him out, he's not going to be. He's still here. He's still playing good basketball, and I think certain trades over the years, I think Daryl Morey is good with. I don't like the McCain move, and it looks bad in hindsight, and I don't like the comments either.
Yeah, that
That
was
whole
silly.
situation sucked. Um, didn't like that. So wonder if that has anything to do with this. If somebody liked McCain, I don't know.
Who knows?
Um, I think it's just years of kind of underperforming. Yeah,
Well, I do agree it's going to be tough building to continue to build around Embiid, not knowing if he's going to be there. But if that's what you're going to do, it's what you got to do. Got to find a way to get more talent in the building.
they've clearly chosen or showed us that they're continuing to
Yep,
choose him.
probably.
I mean, and he's
Well,
all.
maybe they're going to pick out the guy to move on from him. Who's to say? They got to do those interviews still, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that very well could be the case. Maybe that's
That'd be
why
crazy.
this happened. Maybe Daryl is like a Embiid truther, and he's like, no, guys, it still isn't his fault, and they just had enough of it and fired him. Maybe that's the case. Who knows? We have no idea.
Or they could just want to move on to a new era. Even that sometimes not every decision is a punishment. And
Yeah,
just do what's best for your
100%.
team.
Yeah, and that one
I
is
think
a
I heard it
hard one.
is though for him a little bit.
Yeah, that I think it is more so because I think you can fully say that that's the case whenever the coach is gone too, and then I can
Yes.
I think you can almost say
Yes.
the exact opposite if the coach doesn't go.
Then
It's
then it's
like,
more scapegoat energy
yeah,
than it is it's finding a different guy. You're right.
I could still see it be trying to usher in a new era though, because we are still just within the first few years of Nick Nurse. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like these two guys have been partnered for a long time and you're cutting one out. We are still pretty early into the Nurse era, I believe. I'm trying to remember if he's directly after Doc Rivers. I don't know, man. Maybe Nick Nurse has been the coach for a while. Let me see how long it's been.
Yeah, take a peek. I think
Nick
we just
Nurse,
had
baby.
Cameron join the league.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, he's back in after a year off. He was actually supposed to be in last year too. He just I messaged him on Facebook and he didn't use Facebook anymore. So he didn't get back to me till like another couple weeks after that. And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'm in." I'm like,
Nice.
"Bro, I replaced you already." So now he's gonna be back. I was much more patient this time, and I yelled at him on TikTok.
2023 was the first year Nick Nurse's head coach. So that's
Same
been a
year
little
the
bit.
Chargers had that disgusting meltdown.
I'm trying to look for when Maury started with the um, Sixers. So 2020. Okay. So we're looking at 6 years and 3 years. Yeah, I don't think this has any sort of
No,
era. Yeah.
who
thing.
knows? I mean, they tend to move on pretty quick. I did mention that
Yeah.
maybe they try it this year with the new GM, and then they're like, "Oh well, nope, still didn't do it. We're gonna find a new coach." Who knows? I
Very
don't.
well could be the case. Yeah, I don't either.
Ready to move on?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Cavs Pistons. Last week, you pressured me into a hot take, and I said that the Pistons were going to sweep. They are not doing that. Cavs,
Nope.
I was happy they took that second game. Very relieved. That could have been the worst take ever. But the Cavs went and grabbed both their home games, and now it seems to be tied 2-2. They play tonight. What's going to happen
Yes.
tonight?
Man, if I knew.
All I know is these two teams are going to play some basketball.
No, it's just been so weird too because like we've seen Donovan Mitchell look like the absolute best player in the world at points in this series. We've seen James Harden dribble the ball off his foot. We've seen Donovan Mitchell like actually kind of elevate himself to a pretty good playmaking ability, and we've seen James Harden dribble the ball off his foot. We've seen Jalen Duren like get involved offensively and then sometimes kind of disappear offensively in this series. And we've seen James Harden dribble the ball off his foot. I fucking hate James Harden.
I know you do. I know you do. Love lost.
Yeah, I used to love
bitter.
him. And now it's just we're bitter rivals now. He texted me.
All I know is he played on the Thunder. I think you're being a little too hard on the guy.
He said he was better than them and left.
No bias. Did he say that? I wouldn't know.
I think. I mean, yeah.
Well,
yeah. I think that was it. He was tired of playing.
Who's got a
fiddle.
ring now, Harden? Not your ass.
That's your ass.
Ride some pine. You want to come play the bench for OKC? We got you, bro. Come take a what's it? A victory lap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he hasn't had a victory.
You can get a Le'Veon Bell ring.
Yeah. No, and I don't know, man. Like he looked a little better. Like obviously with the couple wins, but
sure.
Even like his best games this series, he's just like last game. And I'm absolutely box score watching right now. I'm sorry. I did watch the game though, and I wasn't super thrilled. But yeah, 5 for 14 last game. Not very great, guys.
His better moments were like just moments too. Like there was that like 9-0 run in the first game where it was like all him, but like that's like all he did that game.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, but I did watch the game from I did intently watch the game from last Saturday. Where the Cavs won 116-109. James Harden did play pretty well in this game. Especially the Cavs to close this game out. Played really well. That's probably in my opinion, the best I've seen them perform. Who knows, man? If Detroit can just, I hate to just keep harping on the same thing, but
make their shots.
Well, just find consistent offense from other than just one guy, man. Like it's really frustrating to watch. It is. I mean, there's times they get so deep in their bag, they're relying on Duncan Robinson to pull them out of a hole. And like that's not to say like Duncan Robinson's not bad. I'm not even saying that to like hate on the guy, but it's like
they're not built to do that. Like that wasn't in the plan. Is that he would be taking so much of the action there?
Exactly. And Tobias Harris is starting to shoulder a good amount of the load, so that's cool. I just don't know how sustainable it is. I don't know, man. We will freaking see though. Trying to pull up. Yeah, from Monday. Trying to pull up stats. Dang it. Yeah, 6 for 17 in the last game. So yeah, 16 points on 17 shots. Not good.
That's not good.
Not good at all. So, I mean, I didn't remember him being much of a factor in that game, and yeah, it's really showing on the box score.
And you were cooking.
Yep.
So, who do you got? Who's taking this one? I'm gonna stick to the Pistons. I think, I think the variance might just come back and haunt the Cavaliers again, and then,
Yeah, I mean, it took a Donovan Mitchell absolute masterclass for them to win the last game. So I don't know. I do think
How
I
many of those can you really get?
exactly. Because I think barring that, they lose that last game because it just doesn't look like anybody was getting any sort of consistent flow. Maybe that was Mitchell kind of pulling from that, but from what I remember of this game, they felt so stagnant in the first half, and for the second half to just mainly be one guy, that just doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence in that team going forward. Um, yeah, give me the Pistons tonight and give me the Pistons for the series.
Yeah, maybe the next two or something. But I'll take the Pistons too, and
Yeah.
then obviously I didn't mention before. I mean I got the Spurs getting the other one as well.
Yeah. I um didn't mention that, but yeah, I do have them taking that.
Do you think the Knicks sweeping is more pro Knicks or just anti Sixers? Like, do you think the Knicks are going to be the one that maybe that they take it and go to the finals?
Yeah, so I think almost pulled centrist on you, but I will not. I will go
Better not.
anti-Sixers. I will go anti-Sixers on this.
I think it's
Not
the same,
Yeah,
honestly.
not to say that it can't, that it's 0% pro Knicks, but I do think it does. The sweep aspect, especially, leans
Yeah.
more anti-Sixers. I think it just was so deflating to lose Embiid early on in this series after him being such an awesome
Yeah.
story in the first
After he was
round.
like the hero of
Yeah,
the guys on the Athletic called him the MVP of the first round, and I think you'd be hard pressed to pick somebody else.
yeah,
And
I'm in an agreement with that.
yeah,
He was, and yeah, I think it just absolutely pulled the wind out of their sails, and they couldn't recover from it.
yeah,
So yeah, I think that was
sucks.
more anti-Sixers. And I think that was also like the Sixers kind of saying to Daryl Morey, like, "Hey, man, you chose this guy. Like, you
Yeah,
you have to." It's been 6 years since he's been in the role, and what have the Sixers done in the last 6 years?
yeah,
Just I don't know.
yeah. I feel you.
I feel like the Sixers have always just been looming around, flirting for a championship. Like they're like almost contenders.
Yeah, and when it gets so stale that you're not even like really considering them by the time we get there, like I think it might be time for some big changes outside of just maybe a GM.
Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement. I don't know what moving off of Embiid looks like right now.
Yeah, what would that package even be?
I don't know. I don't know what his contract look. I know it's massive, but I don't know like what's left of it.
Embiid for Giannis, straight up. You both can
Well,
go nowhere.
and that's kind of what I was just about to get into is like there's there's a way off of every contract.
Sure.
The Bucks are going to find a way off of Giannis's. Um, I don't know. Well, let me see what these numbers are though before maybe this is an immovable contract.
Oh man.
Um, oh, he's almost a free agent. He's like getting there. Oh wait, keeps him under contract with Philadelphia through 2029. Okay, so no, he's not.
That's not close now.
Let's see.
And speaking of 2029,
Yeah, so the 2028-2029 season, he has a player option. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like. I don't think it's heavily first rounders.
no,
I think it's good. I think it's good player, a first rounder, bunch of second rounders.
I could see that. I was even wondering if you were going to go the angle of just a bunch of second rounders and then contracts. But
I do think that Embiid does still have a reputation of like when he's on the floor, he is always in the conversation for the best person on the floor. So, and I think that's why it's just so hard to move because it's like, is he worth what he makes in terms of like games played? No, absolutely not. Is he worth it in terms of like impact he provides when he does play? Kinda.
Yeah.
It sucks. But they'll find a way. Whether that means keeping him around and paying him and waiting until he's a free agent, or finding some poor schluck who wants to sell some tickets and get him beat on their team.
Hey, that's a tempting offer, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. And then I don't know. Do you have anything else on that?
Just not on that, but Wizards won the lottery.
Yeah.
Good for them. Do you think this will help them? Do you think they're in a good position to support a first overall pick? How do you like this?
So I think it does work well with how they've positioned themselves. They got, you know, Trey Young, who a lot of people are out on, but I think still provides a lot of, benefit for your team. I think coaches are really disinterested in guys in volume shooters, especially like really short volume shooters that don't provide a whole lot of defensive upside. And then couple that with, Data Davis. I'm sorry, that's awful. um,
Said what?
Day to Davis,
Oh,
like day to
this
day.
guy.
Anthony Davis, yeah,
Boo.
that sucks. Yeah, pretty
Boo.
much. But you couple like where it's like you have a pretty high ceiling here. This is kind of funny though that this is like the light version of what we thought we were going to get out of the Mavericks this year.
You're right. It's a very similar build, and lots of people have brought up the Anthony Davis of it all, saying it's the third team to get the first overall pick with him on it. It's crazy stuff.
And I don't know. In two of those situations, he like wasn't playing at the time. That's crazy, dude. I just want to say this really quickly because it is upsetting. I was clowning so hard on people that were still running with the like Anthony Davis is injured all the time joke a couple seasons ago because he like literally beat the narrative for a few years. And I was like, oh, fuck you, outdated joke, you suck, haha. And then now it's relevant again and it sucks, dude.
That always happens, man. You wait a little long, and you're like, oh no, I can parade this, and then now they're just hurt again.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh well. But yeah, I think this would be a cool situation, but I have a hard time getting excited about it just because of what happened with the Mavericks this year. And shout out to Cooper Flag because horrible situation,
there?
and he still ended up having a solid year.
Yeah, I mean, did he end up getting Rookie of the Year? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was gonna be pretty upset if that didn't happen.
Yeah, I guess it's tough with the late season meltdown. So
Yeah. Yeah. Bulls get the 4th overall pick.
4?
Yep.
I hear that's a pretty decent draft class. You think they're going to get somebody good with the 4?
Yeah, so I was actually going to kind of make this point when talking about the Wizards, but it's more prevalent with the Bulls. This is a really good year to just be in the lottery. From what I've heard, again, I'm not a super big college ball knower. My apologies, but from what I've heard, this is supposed to be a loaded draft class. And honestly, I am usually willing to buy into that because I feel like people are normally super hyped on a draft class, and then when it's like right here, everyone's like sour on it, which is exactly what happened with this last NFL draft class. Like for 2 years prior to this past year, I was hearing about this draft class, and then like the year of it, everyone's like, "Oh, this one actually sucks." By the way,
everyone sucks now. What happened?
yeah. So when people are super excited about it so close to it, I'm willing to buy in. So
Cool.
yeah.
Hopefully there's somebody good there at the 12 so this Thunder team can keep getting richer.
Carlos, fuck you. Carlos Boozer's son, Cameron.
I know
Boozer.
you're also rooting for it, so
Yeah, whatever.
begrudging
Carlo-
support for your buddy's team.
Carlos Boozer's son, Cameron Boozer, is supposed to be heavily touted as a top prospect. I've heard he's
Right.
very, very polarizing.
What kind of guy is he?
Power forward. There's a lot of kind of like 6'9" guys that are at the top.
Yeah. I've just seen I can't even remember his name.
Caleb Martin,
No.
AJ,
Yeah.
yeah,
What is
DeBanza,
something like that.
yeah.
I've just seen him, and I all I know about him is he's not a shooter. He was getting ridiculed for missing a bunch of threes at the NBA combine or whatever. But it's like, but the entire comments were like, "Bro, he's not a shooter. Why are you even trying to pull this narrative?" It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Cool.
like Chargers getting Charlie Kohler and then somebody being like, "Oh, well, you only had like this many receiving yards," which is what I'm going to do to you all year.
And that's fine. Have fun.
Oh,
My $8
man.
million blocking tight end versus your third round punt returner who wins.
Fuck you. Breaking news, Damon has bought a block of cheese to wear on his head, apparently. 'Cause that's just
I'm
what
gonna
we're
have
doing
both.
now.
I'm just gonna wear whatever happens. I'm gonna get anti-Bears stuff and put it in the background when we get the new place. Oh yeah, and like roughly a month, I'm gonna have a new setting. You're not gonna be looking at my my neighbor's car anymore. And hopefully I'll get my lighting all squared away. When that happens, I'm gonna make sure to design and put some anti-Bears stuff up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll kill you.
Have fun.
Um,
If that's what you must do. I don't got shit else if you even got anything.
I thought I did, but I actually don't. Adam Silver apparently said something about unveiling a draft thing, but apparently he was just talking about them unveiling it. He didn't actually unveil fucking anything, so
Of course.
that's really cool.
I love a announcement for an announcement.
Yeah, bro's vague posting in real life. Adam Silver vague
Big
poster.
things coming.
I mean, I kind of did that with our shows.
We didn't though. We decided against it. We
No, I brought it up.
yeah,
A little bit.
exactly. Yeah, you did.
No,
Hell yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I think I did have something else, but it's slipping my mind. And you know what? We'll go with it. I had fun this week. We're working on a lot.
We are. We're really more trying to. We're waiting for the NBA season, the playoffs to be over, so we can start working on like NFL previews and stuff. But that's gonna be exciting. I'm super anxious for that stuff and do all of our divisional previews, see what we think's gonna happen, have a bunch of hot takes, 0 neutral takes.
Right.
We're gonna talk about how terrible the Browns are and how the Jets will never work and how the Chargers are winning the Super Bowl.
And I'm starting here. This young Jets offense is gonna excite some people next year.
Hot, spicy take. I appreciate it. Who's going to be the best player on the Jets offense next year? The 101 Jet.
Brees
Not
Hall.
counting. Brees
Hot
Hall.
take. Brees Hall.
Cool. Honestly, I just assumed I was about to say not counting Garrett Wilson. I thought you were just gonna pull Garrett Wilson. I'm like, okay,
No,
bro.
he can't be brought up in the conversation. Cannot compare a god with men. All right, that's enough of that.
No, it's real shit though.
Yeah, I'm really gonna. That's
Omar
another big.
Cooper's his dad, unfortunately.
Fuck you. That's gonna be a big development for this show going forward. Is I'm really gonna lean into the Garrett Wilson.
You
thing.
should.
Yeah.
We should get you a Garrett Wilson jersey to frame up for decoration.
Garrett Wilson tattoo.
Care Bear tattoo. When you should get a Care Bear with Garrett Wilson's face on it. Put it on like your bicep.
What if I just in Times New Roman get tattooed Care Bear 5?
It's good. You should make it Comic Sans instead.
Comic Sans. Helvetica.
I don't know anymore.
I don't either. I barely
But
knew that one.
Arial Black could do that.
All right, we're talking fonts.
Dude, the people yearn for the font related content. Who's got a podcast about fonts? I don't think anybody.
Us now.
Us. Chop Shop does.
Hell yes. I fucking love it. All right. Well,
yeah, I'm ready to roll if you are.
I'm blaming this episode on the second round sucking dick. So
it was a fun one, but there's just not much sports information. Yep. Fever lost. Everyone's devastated.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark was pictured with Morgan Wallen. The sky's falling.
Literally. All on the same week, bro.
Olivia Miles had a good game. That's all I know or care about.
Oh my God.
My goat. Go Minnesota. Should I be a Fever fan or an LA Sparks fan? I want to do the electricity thing, but are the Sparks poverty? Should I not follow the Sparks?
So I'm in a dilemma myself with all of this. It's funny that we're bringing this up because I did love Caitlin Clark's game. Not loving was coming alongside everything with that lately.
Not loving that.
And I hated the whole Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese thing, but now Angel Reese isn't in Chicago. Right. I think I might just be a Sky fan now.
Fuck it, dude. Why not?
And before anybody calls me a bandwagon, I've been a Chicago sports fan all my life. We're talking about the WNBA.
What are they 1-0 and now you're a bandwagon fan? Like, what are you talking about? What?
You never know. I don't know.
You never know, dude.
I'm getting ahead of the narrative.
If the Sparks are trash, I'm not representing them. But that's going to be it. Win my heart this year. It's either Sparks or the Fever if they go back to back. Or maybe Caitlin Clark ends up being a Trae Young type and they're just better without her.
Maybe. You never know.
Maybe.
We saw what happened last year.
We have the hot takes here on Chop Shop. We say maybe.
Yeah. We wait for the actual
Will Caitlin Clark flame out and get traded? Maybe. Tune in to find out. All right, bye.
Bye.